Welcome back to my channel. A lot of people seem to like this. I've already reviewed and explored this stick, the La Historia. It's fantastic. Just smells like chocolate, literally. I just had a craving for it tonight after I had a nice meal. It's a Sunday night, so I am gonna fire this stick up, and I have got some whiskey I'm gonna drink as well. Both this stick and the whiskey I'm gonna drink I've had on this channel before. People seem to like these long, sort of sitting here with me having a cigar. I've gotten lots of comments, messages about that. So let's do it. I'm not going to talk too much about this thing. If you want to see that, I've already done it in my other video. Just going to cut it, light it, smoke it, and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful Sunday night here with you guys. What's everybody up to? I'd love to get a message from somebody. Let me know what they're smoking, what they're drinking. This is a full-bodied stick. Nothing weak about this thing. I'd say it's a 4.9 out of 5 for strength. Got the old Fox cigar lighter here. See that? Whoa. It's only the second one of these I had. It smokes so nice. These little Robustos that I picked up, they smoke so nice. Even if you're not the biggest fan, just the quality of them. Oh gosh. So good. This is that beautiful cigar with the woman, his mother in Cuba, and then his daughter in Miami. It's got a beautiful wrapper on it. Touch the cigar up a little bit. Hopefully you guys have been watching my videos. Been putting out quite a bit lately. A lot of content. That cut in, by the way, in case anybody's interested. Hold on, let me get this in here. Come on, baby. There we go. It's not bad. Once it's teasing. Oh, this thing is amazing. Like I said, we've got a whiskey tonight. I've already done this. I've already talked about it. I don't even remember who I paired it with. It was everything I pair is good, so this was something else good. This stuff is phenomenal rye whiskey. 100 proof. This is a new bottle. I'm gonna open it up. It's got a little pull tab thing here. See that? A little weak on the cork pull. Not the strongest I've seen. There's the cork. It's fancy. They have it labeled Kentucky Owl. Got their crest or their shield or whatever on it. Pretty fancy stuff. Let's get it in the old standard Glencairn glass. It's a nice bottle. All right, we're gonna let this sit here, air out a little bit. Subscriber asked me, they said, why do you twirl the cigar in your lips? You know, like that. And I don't know. I mean, I know why I think I do it, but Do you guys smoke cigars like that? I did it because I figured it would make the cigar burn evenly. And so I'm always looking for it to not boat. We used to call it boat when we were kids. Wow, this thing is a punch. A punch. Like, you better be ready for it. It is no joke. No joke. I always talk about how I'm a fast smoker, but a cigar like that slow me down a little bit. .8 proof, so I guess 100 or 101, depending on what kind of person you are. I have to round it up or down. I can't be like it's 100.8. It's either 101 or 100. Make up your mind. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's got to be the best rye for the money. It's got to be. It just got to be. I don't know how you can beat it. $40 in Pennsylvania for a Kentucky Owl product. It's got to be. Look at the bottle. It's got a beautiful bottle. And that's not why we drink it. It's about what's inside, but come on. I mean, this thing, beautiful. These guys, every time I watch Bruzel or any of these other bourbon channels, they're always looking at bottles of Kentucky Owl. They're like $400, $300. It's not happening on this channel. You're not going to see a $400 bottle on here. You're not even going to see a bottle that's $100 on here. I'm a little ashamed I spent $70 on a bottle before, but it was just too good. I couldn't resist. I had to. That Wiseman, I just saw that and was like, wow, it's a Kentucky Owl product. This is years ago. It's a Kentucky Owl product. It's 100 proof. It's $45. How bad could it be? It's become easily my favorite rye for the money. Easily. Nothing even comes close. It's like that. Maker's Mark cast strength I was telling you guys about. That's 100 and... This camera does not want to focus tonight. That's 112 proof. I'll just burn the camera with it. I'll just stick it in the camera and it'll focus on it. It's 112. That's the sweet spot in my opinion. Actually, my video said I've seen it between 110 and 114, but I saw it for 109 the other day. So, gotta go back and revise that video. This thing is just giving off nothing but... I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I can't help it. It's just giving off nothing but dark chocolate, no sweetness, leathery tobacco, rich, earthy, the same stuff I said in the other video. It is phenomenal, like phenomenal. I smoked a Buffalo Trace cigar the other day. That video should be out by now. I'm sure I'm gonna mention it in the comments, but while we got time to kill, I find it interesting. So it it surprised me. It was a real dense cigar. This is real dense too, by the way. But I had smoked one of these previously and didn't, I guess, mention it or think about it before I lit it up, and this thing, the draw on this is great. This is a real dense cigar, that Buffalo Trace. When I lit it up, no problems with the draw whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I thought the quality was pretty high. I thought it was a pretty good cigar. I paid $9 for it. 2/3 of it was worth $9, so if I could buy a $6 one and get rid of the last third, that would be great, because the last third on that thing, wow, it was spicy beyond spice. The last third of this thing will be like that, but look at it. I mean, this thing is dangerous. The Buffalo Trace is, it was literally burning my mouth, my tongue, and my lips from how much spice I was getting from it. Some people might be into that. Some people might go, hell yeah, I'm going out. I was on the fence about that cigar. Now I'm going to get one. The last third of that thing was kicking my ass. Like, it was spicy, real spicy. You guys hear the bug zapper? When I was a kid, I talk about when I was a kid a lot, but when I'm outdoors like this, outside, it makes me think of being a kid. There was this drive-in in America here, at least where I live. We have these things called we had these things called drive-ins. They've all been replaced by Dairy Queen and all the other chain-style restaurants, but there was this drive-in, and it was crazy because a foot from your face, where you ordered ice cream or fried food, whatever you ordered, and it was like an outdoor window. Like you parked, you drove in, you parked. You know, there's drive-ins that are like movie theater drive-ins, but this is like an ice cream place drive-in, like a food and ice cream, these sandwiches and French fries and stuff. And you walk up to this window, and you'd order at the window, but a foot from your face, like right here, there was this big gnarly bug zapper, and I mean big, and it had millions of dead bugs on it, fried dead bodies on it. And you just, like, if you could stick your, when I was a kid, I was standing down here with one of my parents or something, just wanting to stick my finger in that thing. But you knew not to do that, because your finger would have got cooked. You wouldn't, like, lose your finger, but it would have burned you and it would hurt. Hear it? And so when I got my own place, I was like, I'm getting one of those bug zappers. Pick your way to kill bugs. Mine is to fry them in a bug zapper, I guess. Not such good news this weekend either. Wish we could just get it together as a whole, as a country here, guys. We the people. Look behind me. That's why I fly that flag behind me every video, almost every video, because it means a lot to me, and that's why I say take care of yourselves and each other. The United States, we should be united. This thing is just fantastic. Anybody see my video on the other Cuban stock I smoked? That thing was great too. Cuban stock extra. Wow. That was a hell of a cigar. That thing kicked my butt too. I've been hearing the geese fly south, and I feel like it's a little early, but maybe not. It's only the end of September. Dogs barking, geese flying south. There's a hawk that lives in these trees behind me, but he goes to bed. He or she goes to bed. You won't hear him tonight. Him or her tonight. You will, however, hear crickets and geese and dogs and frogs, kinds of stuff. Cigar is so good, like incredibly good. Incredibly good. It's just a chocolate bomb. It's a bomb of chocolateness. If you like cigars that taste like dark chocolate, this is the one for you. La Historia. And unless you love to just be, I don't want to use the word tortured, but this is the perfect size too. This Robusto, it's the perfect size. It's just enough. This video's about 16 minutes in. This thing, I mean, you can tell, look at it. It's an hour-long cigar, even if you don't smoke the whole nub. How do you guys do the nubs? Do you smoke them? Did anybody see my video about burning all my nubs for a month's worth in a campfire just so I could smell them? Got some messages about that. Some guys were like, crazy. Stick that in a pipe. Smoke that in your pipe. Great point. Valid point. At some point I may end up doing that. Cigars like this, maybe worth it to smoke the nub in a pipe. Why waste it? It's really high quality. A Quorum or a Tatiana, something like that. Budget cigars, maybe those don't need to be pipe worthy, but something like this, sure. I could totally see taking the nub, chucking it in your pipe. I got enough on my plate. Before you know it, I have a pipe part of this channel. Now I'm smoking pipes. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna stick with the cigars. It's too much. There's too much out there. Even the other night, I drank some Japanese whiskey. I didn't want to do that. I did at the time because I was smashed, but I don't want to do that because now I'm drinking Japanese whiskey, and then before you know it, I'm drinking Scotch, and I gotta stick with the bourbons and the ryes. It's too much. It's too much for me. I still have a job. This channel's for fun. It's not for work. It turns into work when you take on too much, you know? Like anything else. You know, I never looked into this. I never looked to see why, like what the reason is for these silk. What are these called? What are these things? Wrappers? The leaf's the wrapper, right? These are, you know, what's the point of this? Just to be fancy, right? It obviously smells like the cigar. Maybe it's just like a souvenir. Keep it in your pocket, give it to your girlfriend, I don't know, boyfriend, whatever you got. If anybody knows what they're for, I'm sure somebody out there, I said it right. I'm sure somebody out there knows exactly what those are and what they're for and how they got started, and educate me. Send me a comment. The retro hail in this thing's great too. I think, if I recall correctly though, the last third of this thing is brutal. Real tough, real strong. You guys gotta let me know if you like these kind of videos where we're just chilling. Some subscribers said they do. Some subscribers are upset that I end the video as soon as I do. They want to hang with me the whole time and smoke a whole stick. I get that too. I'm like that. So let me know if you guys dig this, if you guys like them. I'll do more of this stuff. Just hanging out, you know? Let's getting dark. I don't usually film when it's getting dark because you can't see nothing. I look ridiculous. There's no light. I look like I'm being interrogated in a police interrogation room. But if you guys like hanging, we'll do this more. Man, that's good. Both these things are good. And that's why I turned the camera on. Because I had both these things. I was like, I'm feeling it. Feeling this Wiseman. So good. It's just no light out of here. It's such a cool back, too. It's like a treasure map. I swear I'm not sick. I just have a tickle in my throat. I don't know why. What other channels do you guys watch? What other cigar whiskey channels do you watch? I like that, a new one that I've been watching is that Pick Jimmy. There's this guy, he's way more sophisticated in the cigars than me. But I like his channel. I like his style. He'll film like this on a whim. I watched a video the other day. He had his cigar travel case with him, and he was just planning on smoking a stick on the way home or two somewhere in his car. And he opened it up, and then all the sticks in the travel case were ones he wanted to review, like that he had planned on. So he's like, F it, I'm gonna have to now review one for you guys, even though I wasn't planning to. And I like that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. I really like a little bit old-fashioned. That's the guy's channel name. I always comment to him and say, hey, Alof, A-L-O-F. I don't know if he likes that or not, but what is that, an acronym? It's an acronym, right? This isn't in English or whatever channel that would be, but yeah, I think that's an acronym. I like his style too. He's cool. He's a bourbon hunter. He doesn't mess around with cigars much or anything. Oh, I lost a little bit of the ash there. See that? Just a little bit. Monash now. If you haven't, you got to get one of these sticks. When you hold it, it has to be a box pressed cigar. It's just, the construction is phenomenal. It's just so good. Like, man, it's kind of cool at night when I'm out here. You can really see what do we call that? The cherry? Does everybody call it the cherry? I can't help it roll between my lips. I don't know if that commenter was kind of grossed out, or maybe they were just curious why I do that. If you guys don't like that, let me know. Like, if you just want me to smoke it straight and you prefer that, I'll do it. It just seemed like I got a mathematical brain, and it just seemed like mathematically it makes sense to just roll it so it burns even. Tell me what you think. Ooh, that was a pretty good one. I'm definitely getting bit by mosquitoes or whatever bites you out here. It sucks. No matter what I do, I'm getting tore up. I'm outside during the day, I get tore up. Doesn't matter. So I don't feel bad. Enjoy the bug zapper. Hopefully mosquitoes. Mostly. Start of another week tomorrow. Getting down to the last days of summer here. I think it's over. Just about over. How many cigars you guys smoked today? I'll just come clean. I'm a mess. This is my third cigar today. This morning, I got up. I was making breakfast. I had some bacon in the oven. I snuck in half a Tatiana. Then once I cooked breakfast, I had the bacon and made eggs and everything. After breakfast, I smoked the other half of the Tatiana. So that's cool. And then I smoked this afternoon, like 3 o'clock. I smoked a Quorum sun-grown torpedo, just straight through. And that was supposed to be it. And then had a really great dinner. And just was like, F it. I want to smoke the La Historia again. And drink that really good rye. I had a fresh bottle. So tomorrow morning I may have what some people refer to in the industry or in this cigar world that we're in, a cigar hangover. I've only had a couple. One day I smoked, had to be 5 cigars in a day. And the next day I had a little cigar hangover. It was just kind of a little tickly in the back of my throat. A little bit of maybe a little fog in the head. You know what I did? Drank some coffee and smoked a cigar. I feel like that's probably the best remedy. This thing's just burning for I mean, I can't get over how good this cigar is. It's so good. I'm looking forward to getting down to the last third to see if I'm recalling correctly that it was a little harsh. It gets a little rough at the end. I could just be a wimp too, you know? I mean, I'm smoking these, but maybe when push comes to shove, like that last third of that Buffalo Trace, maybe I just can't hang. I would love somebody to comment and say, oh, the last third of the Buffalo Trace is my favorite third, or the last third of the La Historia is my favorite third, or would love that. So I would definitely get back to them and be like, let's smoke a stick together. Like, I'd like to hang out. Maybe I can learn something. The lighting is just virtually disappearing now. I don't really look like a human anymore. I'm kind of starting to look like a mannequin. Anybody who's still here doesn't care. Anybody who's still here is either smoking a stick along with me or just likes watching somebody smoke a stick till the end. But I'm about halfway, maybe, not even. A little less than half, maybe. 30 minutes in. Just thick, rich, creamy smoke. It's peppery and is dry and dark chocolatey in the best possible way I could ever describe or want out of a stick like this. It's so freaking good. Oh my gosh. Somebody out there is wondering what I had for dinner. I had shrimp, like a shrimp skewer on the grill with some New York strip steak and some grilled broccoli. I like to grill broccoli on the grill. Obviously, where else would you cook it when it's grilled? But yeah, on an actual barbecue grill with propane. It's fantastic. Had a little bit of wine with that, some Merlot. It was great. It's just a very satisfying dinner. I don't eat a lot of carbs. I don't eat a lot of, I eat some potatoes, but I don't eat a lot of pasta and certainly not a lot of bread or pizza. Getting a little older now, so not going to be eating a lot of stuff like that anymore if you want to stay relatively thin. So I don't know if anybody else struggles out there with that, but if you, well, for me, if I eat a lot of pizza, which is literally like my favorite food, I can get fat from that. So just don't want to be unhealthy. Getting up to the point, the age where men start having heart attacks, and I'm not interested in that. I would like to stick around. So some people have described cigars like this, where, you know, when you're done with it, you know, when you're into the last third, are you kind of looking forward to chucking it or saving it to put in your pipe, as I mentioned earlier? Some of my subscribers talked about that. Or are you upset that it's gone, you know? Maybe it's a mood thing too. Maybe it's the day. Maybe it's what you eat and drink. But like I said, that Buffalo Trace stick, I was kind of happy when it was over. It was kicking my butt, you know. This one, it's kicking my butt, but in a different kind of way, in a way where it's really enjoyable, and I want to keep, like, I'm going to be sad when this is gone. It's so rich. The chocolatey, I said it like 10 times now, but it's a chocolate bomb. It's so rich and delicious. It's not even close. The Cuban stock that I smoked, either one of them, not even close to the richness of this stick. It's so rich. I don't remember specifically. I know this is like a $4 or $5 stick, what I paid for it on the market, or whatever you want to call it. I believe it's expensive, like 10 or 12 bucks for this Robusto. I think it's worth it, honestly, unless you're gonna smoke this every day. But if you've got the dough, knock yourself out. But for the budget people out there, for the people who have a lot going on, and cigars is just kind of an indulgence for you. Oh, some fireworks. Okay, now we're talking. It's definitely the weekend smoke, the once a week smoke. I didn't smoke one of these for, it's got to be 2 weeks ago. I did that review, that exploration. 10 days, something like that. But I was almost craving it tonight. I just wanted it. I was like, do I eat dessert? Which, not for me. But this is dessert right here. This thing. This thing's dessert. I love when the camera doesn't cooperate. Tons of bread. What's funny too is I don't even like rye bread. Like rye bread, pumpernickel bread, like wheat bread, Italian bread, but this stuff, even though it smells like rye bread, tastes like rye bread, it's freaking delicious. I got other videos like this that I didn't ever put out. I'll make them like this and then just never put them out. There's a decent chance that no one will ever see this, honestly. But I want to put these out. I think there's people that would actually enjoy them. All right, so we got to take off this little wrapper to start. Piece of cake. It's again just the quality of this stick, the highest quality. I guess you don't put your mom and your daughter on a cigar that's going to be a shit cigar, do you? Probably not. Still not into the last third yet. I think we're maybe a little more than halfway, but whoa. This thing is good. La Historia. Oh. I was thinking of making a video about it, like accessories, you know, like cutters and stuff. No, I had it right. There we go. I just use cheaper kind of stuff, you know. Like my lighter, like I showed you earlier, is the Fox cigar lighter. This thing was maybe 10 bucks. Butane lighter. I like Fox. And I like Cigars International. Those are the two companies I like. I think I mentioned those in other videos. So beautiful. Like this is just the prettiest wrapper. It's so beautiful. Into last third now, and I'm getting that what I remember out of it. It's strong, a lot of spice on the tongue. I want to say not like the Buffalo Trace. The Buffalo Trace was stronger, more spicy on my tongue, not stung, more spicy on my tongue and lips than even this is. But this has got a kick. The last third of this thing is kicking. It's fantastic, but it's kicking. Trying to get that cork bowl. It's kind of weak on this one. Another little 2-ounce pour there. I ought to pretty much finish things up, I'm sure. pretty much be the night for me. Between that and this cigar. The label's so pretty, the wrapper. I don't even want to take it off here. Comes right off. Let's do another touch-up. Perfect. Try and keep things nice and even. Yeah, a lot of kick. A lot of kick in the last third. And by kick, I mean kicking your ass. If you taste it, if you lick it, super spicy. Super spicy. Black pepper, leather. And I'm a cedar guy. I love cedar, as you all know. This thing has none. There's no wood in this at all. And I still love this. I do like dark chocolate, so I'm assuming that's what keeps me coming back. Wow. Thing is strong. Yum. I knew these would go good together. I think if I have one strength for an amateur and a noob, it's picking them. Picking the sticks and the bourbon or the rye whiskeys together. I get lucky a lot. This one, I had both before, so I already knew. And I did not disappoint myself. How's that sound? Wow, so good. This label, man. Something about it. I mean, not something about it. Mom and daughter. Just nothing on the inside either. A lot of times they have their website or a QR code to scan. They're like, we don't even need to put nothing on the inside of that. If you made it this far, this cigar speaks for itself. We have no reason to even try to sell you anything else. You're going to be back. You're going to come back and you're going to see us. What's this little bit over here? What does that say? It says kind of like a little code. Obviously, probably set for each cigar in case there would ever be an issue, which I don't know how there ever would be on any of these sticks. I'm just really impressed by this cigar. Like, you get cigars. I hate to keep beating Buffalo Trace's ass, but like that, and your expectations are a certain thing for that cigar, right? And again, it didn't disappoint. It's not a bad stick, but you expect things. This stick delivers on those expectations. Absolutely delivers on them. The construction is impeccable. And don't think those touch-ups mattered, because touching it up just makes it look prettier and burn more even. It would be perfectly fine without the touch-ups. I barely ever touch cigars up. Like right now, you can see when it's burning, this top part isn't exactly as lit as the rest, but it doesn't matter. When you have this kind of construction, touch-ups are not necessary. They're just basically for fun. We're about 50 minutes in. The other night there was a toad out here. He was hanging out with me, trying to get my cigar. No, I didn't hurt the toad or blow cigar smoke at him or anything like that. So everybody relax. I'm very respectful of nature. I've had lots of rabbits build nests in my yard. I just mow around it, right around them. And then when the babies hatch, well, not hatch, they're not eggs. When the babies leave their little nest, then I fix my yard up. But I'm very respectful of stuff like that. I've had lots of bird problems. I've mentioned birds here earlier. Mentioned there's a hawk living here. He or she is noisy and likes to disrupt things for me, but never once have I complained or messed around with his or her nest, so to speak. I don't know where the nest is. I just assume it's back here somewhere, because I always hear them. Always hear them. Whoa, this thing. Wow. All right, so I recalled correctly. The last third of this guy is something. It is a chocolate leather tobacco bomb. Coming at you. Man, that thing is the real deal. No joke. How many ounces of rye whiskey can you drink in an hour? And the answer is 4. 2 ounces and another 2. That's how many. And stick like that, man, you are feeling it. Feeling good, feeling great. It's a shame the cork pull wasn't better. Oh wow, that came off. Okay. I'm thinking that's a big deal. That seems like maybe now trash. What do we got? What do we got going on here on the rest of this thing? I think I showed this before. Yeah. Previous video I showed that. Spiriting expense with the bottle or the cork. It's beautiful. Oh, that was better. Okay. Nice. The Wiseman. Guided by wisdom and crafted with knowledge. American Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. Yeah, buddy. Beautiful bottle. I don't think that's ever going to leave my side. That and that Maker's. There's a couple others too that I'm really a big fan of. Spicy. Getting spicy now. Well, I hope for any of you that have stuck in, hung out till the end here with me. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hold the door for an old lady tomorrow. Do something nice for somebody else. Sometimes you don't even feel great when you do that. You'll do that and not even get a thank you. But be the better person, you know? Wow. All right, this video is almost an hour long. I'm gonna finish up this last 10 minutes of this spicy dark, leathery, earthy, chocolatey cigar. I'll have something new for you guys soon. I appreciate you being here with me. Whoa, baby. That thing is killer in the best possible way. Man, wow. And I will see you guys next time with more exploration, budget or non-budget. Either way, we'll be here. I'll see you guys next time.